Bill, welcome. Happy 25th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, it was last April 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, April Fool's Day.
April, well, how appropriate, huh?
Yeah.
And I understand that you caught some pretty good fish. You are.
Yeah, we caught some bonefish down in Abaco in the Bahamas.
You got that
Got
picture,
the perfect
Andy? 'Cause
wife.
That was one.
The perfect
That
wife.
was a good fish. That you
Oh, well.
catch and release, or did you eat it?
Oh, I think the locals eat bonefish from time to time, but no, I let them go.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that particular fish, 9-pounder, got eaten by a shark about 10 minutes after I
Well,
let
at
it
least
go.
someone ate it.
This much water.
That much water, really.
I mean, standing in that much water for miles, catching barracuda and bonefish, it was just a ball.
And where were you?
Abaco in the Bahamas.
Abaco in the
Yeah,
Bahamas.
yeah.
And then you come back and you're at Bullwinkle's.
Oh, I've been at Bullwinkle's all winter. It's
I know
been
you have, yeah.
what a great job.
How's it feel to be back here in Sugarloaf?
Oh, it's fantastic. I got the best commute in the world. I go up the lift early, take a couple runs, go in and open the highest bar east of the Mississippi.
I hadn't thought of that.
Well, it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. And I work
Always
with
in mind.
wonderful people, and the Sugarloaf community is just so great, and to reconnect with old friends and have a great time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
And last call at 3:30 in the afternoon. And then I'm the last person off the mountain.
Exactly.
In December, I was skiing down in the dark.
Yeah.
Don't tell the insurance company.
Yeah, right. Now that last Monday, was it last Monday at Bullwinkle's? You had a big day.
It was crazy. You'd think, the Monday after reggae, everybody's, probably a little under the weather or whatever. Not diehard Sugarloafers.
It was a locals party.
It was immense. It was my best day.
Yeah.
I bartend on weekdays, so I don't do the weekends that are naturally mobbed up there because it's
Sure.
such a fabulous place to go.
Oh yeah.
I was up there yesterday. I was in the Bahamas. Didn't get a sunburn once. Got
Right.
fried yesterday
There you
skiing,
go.
having a great time.
And it's funny, the wind picked up on Monday, and everyone left all at once.
Yeah.
Even before 3:40, 2:45. So
Just Bullwinkle's. I mean, what a view! I got the best office going in the wintertime, but I have a great office now in the summer as well.
well, let's talk about that because this is a brand new position for you, and I know you're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I've been appointed the executive director of the Outdoor Sporting Heritage Museum over in Rangeley.
Fantastic.
It's-
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, it's the Rangeley and the whole High Peaks region is just iconic and has been for a very, very long time. And our history is why we are who we are.
Right.
And and I get to run an archive of the stories and the artifacts and all this stuff that is so important to who we are in the Western Mountains. Primarily, our sporting history,
Right.
Hunting and fishing.
Which is huge.
Yeah, in 1860, folks started to catch brook trout. It was kind of discovered as a fly fishing destination, and fly fishing was in its infancy then. Bamboo fly rods were, hard to come by, and silk lines, and folks came and caught 10-pound brook trout, and we have, those mounts
Wow.
of these amazing fish. And we're opening a new display this summer, Rangeley's famous trout and salmon, and we've invited various families to share some of their treasures on loan, and we'll have the background and the stories of these neat
And there must be
mounts and
many.
artifacts. Oh, you've got 150 some odd years or more of folks making amazing memories in this region, and I get to do that.
Yeah, it's not just
really
logging
cool.
up here, that's for sure.
Well, the logging industry, we've got a beautiful logging museum in Rangeley as well, and we'll partner on programs with them. We're going to develop, hopefully, and I'll put it out here right now that if you show up maybe on a Tuesday, we do a 2 for Tuesday, just like we got at Sugarloaf. So and folks can get into one museum and then be welcomed at the other for free. That's what I'd like. Things like that.
Sure.
We need to do things like that.
yeah, absolutely. Now tell us where this is located, what the hours are, and how people can experience
Well,
it.
if you go to across Route 4 and right at the corner of 4 and 17 in Aquasic Village, which is part of Rangeley, up at the other end of the lake. It's a beautiful little village. And the old railroad used to end right there in the front yard of the museum. And
Really?
we have displays that talk about the railroad history. The narrow gauge came up from Farmington and went to Rangeley Village. And there was actually another railroad that brought, Spots and their families up to Rangeley via Rumford Falls, in Mexico.
Wow.
It's really cool.
Must have been great times back then.
Well, you've got all these real characters. The mountains still put together real characters.
Yeah.
I mean, it draws people here, and the woods and the waters and the mountains and the beauty, and the people that pioneered the region. We've got those stories: the Captain Barkers, the John Danforth, the Carrie Stevens, Fly Rod Crosby,
right.
Maine's first registered Maine guide, Rangeley, Maine.
Famous.
Yeah, grew up in Phillips, started guiding sports, had badge #1.
Huh.
And she promoted fly fishing up and down the eastern seaboard, brought a log cabin and all the mounts and stuff, and did World's Fairs and Madison Square Garden. And,
wow.
We have a lot of that history up there. It's really cool.
Hey, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk with Bill Pierce some more about the Rangeley Outdoor Sporting Heritage Museum. We'll be right back in just a moment. What is your new position? Will you be reaching out to people and offering new programs, coming up with innovative ways to get people there? Tell us a little bit about your position.
That sounds like the challenge.
Yeah, it does.
But it's not. We're gonna take folks actually on historical tours and picnics. We're gonna get on pontoon boats on Moose Lake McGuntick. We're gonna go down the lake, and we're gonna share the history of the region. Go to Upper Dam, take folks to Carrie Stevens' house. She was a world famous innovator of fly patterns. Probably the most famous fishing fly was tied by Carrie Stevens, and she went out and tested it. It's called the Gray Ghost. She tested it right after she whipped it up, and caught a 8-pound, I believe, brook trout right at Upper Dam outside of her house. And I guess it made the papers.
Yeah.
All the way to the New York Times, and folks really started showing up. So that was some good promotion.
Yeah.
So we're going to do things like that. We're going to go to the Rapid River and go to Forest Lodge and visit Aldro French, buddy of mine, and he's got a beautiful place that's just the way it was when Louise Dickinson Rich lived there before there were any roads out there. And the name of the novel she wrote while she was there was called We Took to the Woods. Mm-hmm. And it's a fantastic read. You really should read it. I think it's in its, I don't know how many printings. It was actually read as a morale builder for GIs during World War II.
Huh.
And you go there and you can see the typewriter that she wrote her books on, and the place is just still the same. It's really funky and quaint and
For those of you who don't
gorgeous.
know, that's a thing. You press buttons and it would put text up on paper.
It's really a strange device. But there's so many things that we're going to do that way. We're going to go to Parmacini country, and we're going to do a picnic up there. Ike Eisenhower went up there, and we'll go to Little Boy Falls, and there's a plaque up there dedicated to his visit. They say that that's the last time that the Secret Service lost the President of the United States. He ditched him or something in the middle of the night after he found out that this one pool, Little Boy Falls, had been stalked by the Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Commissioner. So he grabbed his guide and went up to this area called Rump Pond and fished that because he didn't want to catch non-wild fish.
Wow.
And I guess the Secret Service were a little upset about that. I don't know how much of that is legend, how much is actual factual history, but that's what I've been told. But it's a cool story.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Yeah.
And you'll find out many other great stories. Does it follow some of the media coverage and things? Do you have any exhibits that cover any of the media? Like, how Rangeley became famous?
Well, media was a lot of direct sales. Like, I mentioned Fly Rod Crosby going there, and she's this great personality, and she would have a conversation with somebody at the exposition or the sporting show at Madison Square Garden to attract folks. But we have a fantastic antique postcard collection. Hundreds and hundreds of antique postcards of various Rangeley views. They're more like of a painting of a photograph.
Yeah.
So they're reprinted that way, block printing style.
Sure.
There's what else do we have? Carrie Stevens promoted by writing. We're talking 1860s. When you're saying media, we're
right. That was it. That was it. Yeah.
we're penning it out. So, and telling stories.
That's it. So tell us when the museum is open and how people can get involved, or maybe even bring a whole school or.
Absolutely. We survive primarily on memberships. Our individual memberships are $25, and that allows you to come an unlimited amount of times, or you can pay $5 to get in for the day. Kids, we're gonna do a deal with schools, so we got to get them out there. They spend so much money on buses, so give me a call.
Yeah. Deals can
we'll
be
work
had.
it. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So they should go to the website.
Definitely go to the website, and my information's there. You can contact me. I've got my cell phone on there for winter time. Hours in the summertime, July and August, we're going to be open every day, which has never happened before. It only opened in 2010, and they've already had their 10,000th visitor, only being open like 3 days a week.
That's great. Yeah,
it's a really fascinating place.
Bill, thanks for being here. A pleasure.
Oh,
we hope to get up there and see the museum. Bill Pierce, Sugarloafer,
you.
And then you can go to the website rangeley.outdoormuseum.com and get more information and go and visit it. Thanks for being here, Bill.
Support your heritage.
Support your heritage.
That's why you are the way you are.
That's right. Thanks, Bill. We'll take a break, or we'll be right back.